Hello, fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. That's right, it's the return of Ultra Egg. So if you've been following my channel for a few years, I used to do a ton of egg toy reviews. They used to have Ultraman eggs, Star Wars eggs, dinosaur eggs, I mean, all kinds of stuff. They used to do egg toys for everything Godzilla eggs. So I've done a lot of these egg reviews over the years, and they kind of just went away. They just kind of dropped off, and not really sure why they lost popularity, or maybe they were still coming out in Japan, but I just never really saw them anymore. But then I saw these one time on HLJ. They're literally called The Return of Ultra Egg. So this is a very big deal, I guess. We're excited to see these again. So I have the first four here. Now, I will apologize. Number 4 was Victory, which for some reason I didn't get. I thought I got them all, but I must have missed one. So we have number 1, which is Ultraman Z Original. Number 2, which is Ultraman Decker Flash Type. Number 3, which is Ultraman Ginga, which is why Victory is number 4. And then number 5 is Ultraman X. So I'll have to find Victory at some point. I guess I accidentally... There were so many of them that came out like all at the same time, so I must have just missed one, so apologies there. But we'll take a look at the first 4 here, minus Victory. I'm pretty excited for these. They're supposed to be very similar to the originals, but more articulation, you know, better figures in terms of when they transform. So I'm pretty excited for these. Packaging's pretty standard, just kind of a bubble-on card situation here. You can see the egg here with the Ultraman it transforms into here on the back, and then just kind of showing how it transforms over here. Not really too much to the back of the packaging, but yeah, these should be a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead, get them out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are our 4 Ultra Eggs here, so X, Ginga, Decker, and Zet. I'm just going to move these 3 back, and we'll take a look at Zet first. Now, all 4 of these transform exactly the same way. I would imagine most of the Ultramen in this line transform the same way. There are a few Kaiju in the line, so I would imagine they'll have alternate transformations. But you can see we have some nice paint here on the front with kind of the Zet chest piece, which is looking pretty good. See a little bit of the feet back here. The nice thing is all of these eggs kind of have like the bottom, you know, kind of flattened a little bit there, so they can stand on their own, which is nice. And we'll just go ahead and get right into the transformation. So first thing we're going to do, you can see that there's a hinge right here. And so this is just going to bend down and click into place. And then you're going to extend the legs down from here. And then we're going to flip down the little toes. We are going to just kind of unfold the arms, kind of unpeg them. There's a little tab right here, which was tabbed into the side right there. So untab those and fold the arms down. And then come around to the back, and this panel is going to flip back so the head can flip out, and then just close it back up. So there we go. There is our Ultraman. He looks pretty good, honestly. I think they're definitely taller than the old ones were. Head is very nicely painted. Chest is very nicely painted. A little bit of paint here on the thighs and the legs and the toes. And then his fists there are painted as well. Articulation-wise, the head can turn from side to side. You can kind of move it back and forth at the base of the neck as well, mostly just because of the transformation. But that is some, you know, movement, some articulation there. Now, he does have a hinge here in the shoulder, but unfortunately the eggshell piece kind of hits right into the body there, so you can't really do much more than that. But it can spin all the way around. You do have an elbow here, so you can kind of extend it about that far, and then obviously because of the transformation, you can utilize about 90 degrees there in the elbow. Nothing in the waist because of how it transforms. You have a ball joint down here. Can't really kick that far out to the side. Really can't kick back at all, but he can kick pretty far forward, which is nice. You have a knee joint here. Again, really just because of transformation, but you can utilize that. And then really the toes are part of transformation as well, but you can utilize that if you would like to give him, you know, kind of like a stance where he has the foot kind of back like that, something like that. So pretty decent articulation, honestly. And like I said, they're definitely taller than they were before. Just to compare, here is a Hasbro Deluxe Class Transformer. So you can see that that's pretty similar, honestly. They're about the same height. So I would put that in the 5 to 6 inch range, probably somewhere in between there. They actually scale pretty well here. It looks kind of fun. But yeah, these are fun. These are neat. I like these a lot. I'm going to go ahead and transform the other 4 real quick because they transform exactly the same way. So I'm just going to do that quick off camera. So here we have the 4 of them fully transformed. Unfortunately, a few of mine have really loose hip joints. Decker and kind of X in particular, which is kind of a bummer because it makes them hard to pose and stand, which is a shame. But you just have to kind of distribute the weight evenly and you can get them to stand. But they all have the exact same articulation. I think the paint on these is really, really nice though. I mean, especially on the heads. You have that nice metallic purple and gold. Same metallic paint here on the chest and the thighs and the feet. But you can see what I mean. I mean, that's just... It's really loose, unfortunately, with the hips on this guy. But I do think aesthetically they look good. And it's nice the amount of articulation that they have. The old ones didn't have any kind of articulation. I mean, maybe they would have knees or elbows just from the transformation. But these guys actually have a decent amount of articulation. Ginga also looks really sharp. Really nice paint there on the head. All of that metallic blue looks really nice. And then here we have X. He's got some nice paint here on the side of the head as well. And on the chest. But you can see his hips are really loose as well. So I guess just something to be wary of. I mean, there's not really anything you can do about it because, you know, in the packaging, they're eggs. So you can't tell ahead of time if the joints are going to be loose. But like I said, you can still get them to stand, and they still look really cool. And it's just a fun little gimmick. The egg toys, I think it's fun that they're back. I'm interested in looking into some of the kaiju. I'm probably going to do, 3 videos or so. There's like 15 of these to break them up, so probably do like, 3 of them or so. But the kaiju should be fun because they'll have alternate transformations. But these all look good. I'm a little bummed that, the shoulder movement is so limited because of that eggshell piece. And I'm a little bummed that the hips are kind of loose. But for the most part, I think these are fun. They're they're good for like desk toys because they're kind of fun. Something you can kind of transform back and forth very quickly and easily. I guess I'll transform one back just to show you it's really not any different than transforming it in the first place. But you will flip the head back in, close that up, fold up the hands. Decker will fall forward and attempt to attack you. These just peg into the side. Like I said, you can see there's a little spot right there and the tab right there. So those will just peg into the side. And then you'll just fold the legs up and push the feet down. And then you can see that they'll peg together here, right down there. And then you'll just unpeg the waist piece and flip this back around. And then there you go. You're all set. So like I said, very simple to transform back and forth. And I think they'd make fun little desk toys. I mean, do you need to collect every single one of these? That's up to you. They all transform exactly the same way, so if you just want to kind of collect your favorite one and have it as a desk toy, I get that. But if you love these things, I don't think they were that expensive. I want to say they were somewhere in the area of like $10 to $15 a piece, if I'm remembering correctly. So they're painted nicely, pretty decent articulation, fun to transform back and forth. I think they're fun. Like I said, do you need to collect every single one of them? Maybe not. But pick your favorite Ultraman and grab one of these because they're kind of a fun little fidget toy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.